Bonjour à tous, Etienne Mellor here. I'm the agency owner of and director of LePage Mellor Group that composes of 3 real estate agencies across the Greater Montreal, almost 200 real estate brokers to better serve you. Mike is to my left or right for you.
I'm Mike François, Director of Business Development here at the Mellor Group. This week, we've got 13 open houses lined up this weekend. And it's also Father's Day, which means that this Sunday, you also have this weekend the F1 and Father's Day, so it's a 2-for-1.
Can you get any better than that?
They can't. Beautiful vehicles. It's going to be a good time.
Beautiful weather also.
Yep. So if you're visiting, we have a perfect mix of starter homes, so family favorites and upscale gems. So let's dive in for price categories so you can plan your visits with ease.
Absolutely. And whether you're a buyer, you're a seller, you're a real estate agent, broker, as we call them here in the province of Quebec, we have to be different. Prepping for your weekend circuit, we've got tips, we've got listings, we've got insights, as Mike said, to make it all easier. Visit us anytime at mellorgroup.ca also for times, for more pictures, for a roster, as we say, a roster of all the different brokers here at the Mellor Group.
So for our first segment, first of all, we got properties under $600,000. Great for first-time home buyers, investors, or folks looking to downsize.
When we hear all the time, oh, there's nothing under $1 million, there's nothing under $1 million, or even the 600, there you go. You've got some beauties here.
Yeah, there's quite a few. You've got Lily Lee and Ville-Marie that's got a beautiful property at $535,000. Beautiful apartment. This weekend, remember, they're not always at the same time. Like, for the instance, this one's on Saturday between 11 and 12.
Yep.
So take that into consideration. Watch out for traffic. A lot of roads are going to be blocked this weekend.
Okay, can I interrupt you, Mike?
Sure.
While we're looking at these beautiful condos, a very interesting category of properties. People think that condos are on the decline. Right. They are, and you're right. If you think about Toronto, Calgary, Vancouver, but here in Montreal, they're actually increasing. Values going up, transactions are going up. So these could be great opportunities for you to jump into the real estate market under $600,000.
Yes.
So you're looking at beautiful pictures right now. If you want to see more, go to mellorgroup.ca and you can see a lot more. Now, let's jump into our tips and tricks of what you do not want to do if you're a buyer going to an open house. Number 1, you do not want to take calls or FaceTime walkthroughs. It's pretty disruptive.
Super disruptive.
I mean, how many times have you been? I mean, if you're someone else walking, another potential buyer, a family, whatever.
It's obnoxious.
It's not nice, so don't do that, please. Don't critique the decor out loud. Respect the seller's space. I mean, they like it, obviously. Maybe they don't like it, but still, just keep that to yourself. Wait for to be in the car with your spouse and then destroy it, but don't do it in public. Don't rush would be my third suggestion. Don't rush, take your time, but be mindful of others. Don't stay there either for 3 hours, but just go at a normal pace. Think about, and it depends on how many people are actually at the open house at the same time as you.
I agree. And now for the sellers, don't leave any valuables out. Make sure that you secure everything. You just never know. You know, some people have sticky fingers. You don't want things disappearing. It wouldn't be a good experience. Second to that, don't overly put personal decor. So what I mean by that, religious items, personal family items, things that might be just for yourself that you don't want people to see. People want to come and be able to imagine themselves into the space. So you want to make it as neutral as possible.
You didn't say this, but this is also one that's the pictures, personal pictures. Sometimes you have more provocative pictures. I don't know. What about? I mean, I've been to your house. It became quite awkward at some moment. But if you were about to do an open house, take those down, please.
Right. And don't skip lighting. Bright spaces always feel better, feel bigger, more inviting. So it's a better feel for everyone.
But you say, what about me? I'm a real estate broker. I'm an agent. What about my tips and tricks? Well, here you go. This is my specialty. Don't arrive late. Be early to prep the house, but also take that opportunity to go and introduce yourself to the neighborhood. Take a few minutes, go to the left and to the right and in front of the neighbors. Go say hi. Just wanted to introduce myself and say, hey, if you know anybody, because we want to pick our neighbors. We don't want just anybody living in the neighborhood. So why don't you do that? Second tip, a trick for brokers, real estate agents, don't guess on questions. Bring docs and be ready. And if you don't know, because it's going to happen, you can't know everything, just say, look, I'm going to get back to you. That's a good question. I'm going to get back to you. Don't make stuff up or wing it, as we say. And number 3, don't ignore body language. Gauge buyer interest and engagement. Now, if you haven't been in the field for a long time, if you haven't been in sales, maybe you're new to body signs or language, but some stuff is pretty obvious. And if you don't know what to do, then maybe take a course, go online, just listen to a podcast or watch a video on little body language things.
Yeah, little cues, little signs. Sometimes even
if you look at his face right now, he's quite serious. Now I know something's bothering him or something, or he's quite interested. And he doesn't want to show that he's
always tell. But I mean, if you put a couple of cues together, you're able to cut a good idea of the person's interest. And you can also ask a few questions, key questions also, that'll probably give you some key notes if they're interested or not. In our second segment, we're looking at family ready and lifestyle homes. Now, this segment, we're looking at under $1 million, so between $600,000 to $1 million. Now, these homes are perfect for growing families, working professionals, or those seeking more space. So we got our first property right here by Ryan Senior in Pincourt at $649,000, followed by two fabulous properties by Benjamin Guillou, one on the Plateau Mont-Royal, and the second one in Mont-Royal. That's at 200 Chemin Bates at $1 million. We have Mona Seidel in DDO, and then we have Michael Gorbanian at $1 million in Côte-Saint-Luc.
Now, more tricks, tips for what not to do if you're a buyer and you're going to these open houses. Number one, avoid assuming you can negotiate deeply. Some of these homes have been priced perfectly. So it's not because you are interested in a property that there's a large range of possible. Just speak to your broker or ask us our opinion. We'll gladly help you out with that to give you an idea.
Yeah.
Number two, don't forget to ask about monthly expenses like the taxes, the fees pertaining to condo fees, heating, anything that, even landscape. I mean, if
Snow removal.
Yeah, if you know that you're not the type of person that's going to want to do that, then inquire about, well, how much does it cost you right now to maintain it in the state that it's in? And that's going to give you a good idea.
Absolutely. For the sellers, don't over furnish. People don't like when it's too cluttery. When there's too much clutter, the room appears smaller. It seems messy. It's better to be minimalist when it comes to these things. It looks a lot bigger. People can imagine what they're able to put in there. Avoid dark window treatments. Natural light always sells. And keep the backyard and exterior in peak shape because it is part of the showing as well.
The reason why we do these tips and tricks, and we want to share that with you, so that you get maximum value out of your visits if you're a buyer, or a maximum amount of money for your property. They might seem like small things that are not going to make a big difference, but in the end, they will make a huge difference in our experience. So please listen to what we're saying. And on top of that, if you don't remember what we said, you can always go back, or you can go visit our website, mellorgroup.ca, and download these guides. And if you have a problem with finding the website, I don't know why you would, but you can just go here on any social media platform, DM us guides for buyers or sellers or real estate brokers. Now, some more tips, tricks for real estate brokers. Don't under-prepare for common buyers' objections. Now, you know the types of questions you're going to get.
Yeah.
It's pretty common to get certain questions, so get ready for those specific questions. Avoid skipping feature sheets. Buyers want what they
because
saw.
the buyers forget what they saw.
They do.
You know, so they don't always remember.
I don't remember. See, I couldn't even remember why we wrote that. So there you go. And third, don't wing the neighborhood insights. Be the local expert. You know, you develop trust, confidence, faith in someone that demonstrate either authority or knowledge about something. Yeah. So you're going to act also much more confident when you speak if you know what you're talking about.
Exactly. And as a broker, I think it's a good idea that if you're going to have a showing in the area, that you understand what are the key features of that area so you can educate everyone that comes in there to understand, listen, there's 3 schools nearby, there's this nearby, there's that nearby, there's good restaurants. So they understand distances, because sometimes you go to an address, you don't necessarily go around the neighborhood. So that helps a lot. So in our last segment of the day, we're looking at $1 million plus. We've got 2 listings at $1 million plus that we think that we should definitely feature this week. We have one by Michael Reva. That's going to be from 1 to 5 on Saturday, not Sunday, on Saturday. And then we have Sophia Chen that has a property at 1.5 million this Sunday from 2 to 4. And to top it all off, we got 2 bonus open houses this weekend.
We kept those hidden
at the end because the pricing is just great. For the people who are interested, we have Joshua Monroe Blanchette in Saint-Marc-sur-le-Lac at $589. And then we got Alain Carrière in Saint-Constant for $675,000.
Beautiful, beautiful. So more tips, more tricks. We told you why we're doing this. It's going to save you thousands of dollars. Don't focus only on the staging, Ask about the structure and the build quality. Really, in the end, if you're buying and you don't like the decor, the paint, the furniture, whatever it is, These are aesthetical.
Yeah.
That's not a word.
Yeah. They're aesthetical features.
Aesthetical features.
Yeah.
That word.
Yeah.
All right, we'll use it. Make sure that you have a solid foundation, a solid structure that you can do whatever you want inside, change the style, the look. Also, bring a pre-approval, especially for high demand listings.
So important.
I mean, in certain price points, you don't have that much time to ponder about what am I going to do?
Also, take it seriously. In some situations, they're going to say if you don't have a pre-approval, they won't even look at your promise.
That's right. So don't do that. Don't ignore the long-term resale or investment value. Also, don't think, oh, I'm going to be here for forever, or for like, what is the value when I think of reselling it in 5 or 7 or so on? Did you know? Excuse me, we're going to have to cut that out. But did you know that on average, half of the marriages or couples will split within 7 years? So when you know, and this sounds negative what I'm saying, but when you know that, the odds are great that you're going to get divorced or separated. So you want to think of the resale within that 7-year window. Does that make sense?
Or you might want to get a better house, or you might want to get, there's a lot of reasons why people move. Sometimes it's a new job. It could be a lot of other reasons also that can happen.
Yes.
So for sellers, especially if we're talking about the $1 million plus, some of these houses are historical. In that given situation, you don't want to neglect storytelling.
Yes.
So a luxury home is also an experience, and you want to make these people feel that experience.
As an example, my home was built in 1786. Now, when I found that out, I got emotional about it. I'm like, oh, a lot of people lived here. This must be like an important.
They died.
Well, I think that goes. But I was pretty interested in that, and I started reading about it. And I think it motivated me for the purchase.
There you go.
And I made it more emotional, which made me probably overpaid.
Exactly.
But that's for a different conversation.
You want to avoid scheduling overlaps with nearby similar listings. You want to make sure that you're able to get all the attention, and you don't have to split the attention amongst homes that are within the same area. That'll help you a lot better and help also a lot of people pay more attention to what you have in store. And you want to make guests feel like VIPs. So fresh flowers, music, refreshments, sushi, fruits, whatever it is that you want.
Would you go as far as doing maybe a barbecue on a Sunday where it's F1, having the TVs on with the F1 race? Is that too much? Are we going overboard?
Well, you know what? In a luxury home, it might not be a bad idea.
I like that.
So you get to show what the outdoor kitchen looks like, and then it's like, hey, come here.
I love it. I love it. Look, we've got a green screen behind. We're trying to. Oh, look, we're back. We wanted to make sense of what we're talking about. Technology. It's important. So what are we doing now? We're going to give you more tips, more tricks for real estate agents, brokers. Don't skip the deep dive would be what Mike would say as an advice for brokers out there. Why? Because you want to know the architectural style.
You want to know the history, the builder, etc.
Exactly.
You want also be ready also to offer private follow-up. So serious buyers expect discretion.
Mm-hmm. And that's it for Mike. He just gives up right there.
Hello.
Stops midway as I'm drinking my coffee. This is the type of show we're doing. We're ready and ready.
Don't underestimate the lighting. Luxury should always have a shine. So that wraps it up for this week.
That's should wrap it up.
13 fantastic open houses across the Greater Montreal. And listen, enjoy it.
So, yeah. We'll see you next week.